He's not gonna do anything for any of y'all. He just don't do it at all. You know, he know what to do and he know where to go, but he's like, you work it out. You guys, I'll work it out yourself. And I can kind of see that.
Yeah, it's kind of the frustration for me too.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah, Mom?
I just want to say one thing to all the parents, since I'm one of you, is that you're all doing a good job, and it's a really hard job, and you're all doing good. You all love your kids, and even on the crummiest, worst, most terrible days, you're doing a good enough job.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
And it's all right.
That's what me and my wife be trying to tell my side of the family and her side of the family. They said, well, y'all all getting, I said, look at my son, if I got to go ready to leave to cut grass to keep buying pull up till he's 40 years old, when he get ready, he get ready. I can't make him go. I can't make him do nothing he don't want to do. I just want my son to keep going like he's going. He's talking.
Yeah.
And he loves saying dad and mama. He loves saying bye-bye. He loves saying eat. He loves singing songs.
May I
He loves reading books.
Like, yep. You're good. Yeah, interject, yes. Yeah, I know I know it can be frustrating when you tell them to do something and they won't do it. You know, like we've already said, like, they just need to be ready. But the good thing about a lot of kids and a lot of people on the autism spectrum is they won't do anything if they're pressured. But like the good thing is it actually helps in the long run because then they become independent.
I have a question.
Yeah.
About family. What do you do? Did you have some family members that didn't act the same or made things
Everybody
tough?
does.
Because, you know, I definitely have that problem with one side of the family, and it's really painful.
You mean that won't accept it, or that give you a hard time, or what?
Not giving so much a hard time because they wouldn't dare, but more unaccepting, you know, more leaving us out.
Like rejecting?
Leaving us out.
Oh.
And not inviting you to things.
Oh, like not.
Not
You're
inviting.
I get it.
treated
Yeah,
differently.
you're asking. Oh, okay, yeah. So when you have family members that treat you or your family differently because you or a child of yours is on the autism spectrum or with any disability because they're not normal. I mean, if that ever comes up again and they say, well, they're not like the rest of us, or they're not like you, or why can't they be like the other kids, or why can't you be like everyone else? You could ask them in a very snide way and say, what does it mean to be normal?
Well, you know, I'm sorry your family did like that, but both my side and her side, they can't get enough of my little boy, you know.
In fact, he was a ring bearer at
Yeah,
the wedding.
wedding.
They have movies and pictures. He was the ring. It was outstanding. It touched me to the utmost when they called and wanted him to do that. I'm like, oh my God. And I was like, well, we'll see, but he made it through. Now, he didn't make it through the actual, but the rehearsal, he was marvelous. But the event of the day, there were two boys. I don't know if the other one was artistic, but he really wasn't into it as much as, so they didn't. But it was a great thing to them to choose him to do that.
It's more like, I think as my daughter gets older, it becomes more of an issue, and so like, I was told not to go to a funeral because they didn't think that it would be appropriate for her to be there.
We just went to a funeral yesterday.
That is so unacceptable. The thing to do is with family and teachers and the school, you have to stand up for your rights. You got to stand up for what you believe in. You can say, they may tell you, sorry, you can't go to this funeral because it's not appropriate for your autistic child to be there. They won't understand what's going on or blah, blah, blah. Just gotta say, look, I don't care what you think. I don't care what you say. We're going to this, we're gonna go to this funeral whether you like it or not.
My little boy went to the Penny funeral and loved in the church.
You could tell them, I'll see you there. We'll see you at the
That's
funeral.
right.
See you there.
My thing was what I was doing at the beginning, well, I still do it sometimes, if we're in a different environment, but there are family members, but there's some that more of his family and I hadn't really met them, I just stay at the front door. My son is artistic, so just watch out. You know, I said, watch out, he's a little, I said, if you see him and he's rubbing on and everything, I said, it's just a little bit of his artistic coming out. I said, it's just fine, he's like any other child. He played and he responded, he don't talk as much as the others. And that is done. I'm done away with that.
Yep.
And he goes and he plays and everybody is still. In fact, he get more of the kids, they want to shelter him more. Or make sure, come on, they don't know him from a man in a balloon, but for the day is over with, they want to come to our home all the time. You want to go to Eula D's house, and everybody's calling me, can our kids come over? It's all the time. I was like, well, bring them on. They call our house the mini Toys R Us. We just kind of like, we just, you know, we don't let it hold us back because he is a child of God, first of all.
Yeah. And like, I actually have two neurotypical friends. Well, the first one I had, Sarah Cheney, she lived in the woods next door to our place. She was, we were neighbors and best friends out of love and necessity. And she didn't care about my autism. She loved me and accepted me and has ever since. Let's see, any more questions?
Your boyfriend, tell us about your boyfriend.
Oh, yes.
Am I talking
Big
about that problem?
announcement to everybody in this room, a big announcement on all of you, and announcement to everyone on YouTube watching this in the world, because it's going to be on YouTube. I met I met this guy named Aaron Denberg Niederhofer at the panel in May 2015. He was my mentor for a long time. He went to ASAN meetings, Autistic Self-Advocacy Network meetings. We went to each other's houses to play Cards Against Humanity. We've done social events like at the Sandy Springs Diner. But it was always in group settings where it was all our friends. So one night I just told him, that I do like him and have a crush on him. Now we've been dating for about 2 months now. You know, it's really sweet when you wait for something and then you gotta, eventually you just have to take it. He's Jewish, he's older than me, he's 28. And I'm 20 years old, but now we're about 8 years apart.
Me and Mom are 8 years apart.
Really?
Mhm.
Really?
Her name's Amanda. You know her.
Wow. Sweet.
Yeah, how about you, apart too?
Oh, wow.
Wow. Whoa.
I'm the oldest.
You gotta have
Threesome
some
here.
difference in age.
That's amazing.
Maturity.
That's,
Yeah.
you know, it's not about age, it's about
That's
maturity.
right.
So he couldn't be my boyfriend if he were my age, I don't think. Because he said that he was a mess when he was my age. Like, does he have autism? Yes. So we're both on the autism spectrum.
And he's an advocate too, right?
Yeah, he's also an advocate and public speaker. Okay.
Can I
Yes?
say something? Yeah, Sonny and I went to a Spectrum panel discussion over a year ago. There was a panel of young adults who were saying what it was like to be autistic as an adult. And I was just dumbfounded because Sonny's has had some friends, but it's been a pretty lonely life because I always thought there's nobody like her. And up on that panel, I said, there are her people. And there actually are some. So those people and others like them have become her friends, and now one of them's her boyfriend.
Me and my wife, when our son go to the market center, every 6 months or whatever, and then we met a lot of people. And then later, she had married and she had autism, and she had 3 kids. And then one of them got autism, and the other 2 kids are mom.
Oh,
And she's autistic.
oh,
She's married.
And she's
interesting.
married.
She's married.
That's
and-
interesting.
And her husband they told us about it, and I couldn't believe
Really?
it. But until she began to talk with her daughter, to calm her daughter down, because her daughter was there for examination, and the only way that I knew that she was because she was, they get her going real fast a little bit sometime, but she was so smart on how she was